gotta change it to the uniformity of the tractor. This is what it looks like, about 500,000 miles, about 3 years. Well, it's looking pretty good. Let's see how this works. The right way to go when you put these on, you'll see that these styles are more the same on the inside. But I look at these edges here, I look at the uniformity, keeping them on the side. It's for screwdrivers to go and touch, but I roll it real close to that. Once you have that, you have two different kinds of bump. You have a hard bump and a softer bump. Many times I bump it in this way, it's easier. That's how you put these in. You can hit them around to center it. That's the right way to put these on. It doesn't crack. It should be solid all the way around. You can do soft bumps. Bump it right in there. Pretty flat. If you think it's off center, try to kick it over a little bit. You can see that kind of look. It looks different than the old look. But again, these are, I do about around 1 million miles every 6 years, you say. So every 3 years, you're going about 500,000 miles. So it looks pretty good if you really think about it that way. But it really gets a lot of weather in the winter time. And you can see that these look really nice once you paint these black. Right now I went through a lot of rain, but you can see that once I wash it, all this will look nice. We have time to get things done one little bit at a time. Keep that centered like that. Doesn't really scratch anything up. But that's the trick. I haven't seen anybody do it better. It's always a headache for people taking it off, putting it on. But after you're committed, then you can see what you do here. If these are metal, they'll be rusted by then. It's neat on the first year, but when you're putting about 500,000 miles every 3 years on it, you can see the wear of it. It really gets around. But I try to get the best of these because I have a backup trailer in the yard that I want to put these on. They're missing a couple. But even these on the corner are really nice when you put the right ones on. My tractor has these newer caps, so I'm keeping this style. Even on the rims are all colas. three down. you see that there's more on top. I keep it in a nice level there. You go a little too much. You see it's a Wisconsin trailer. I don't want to go too much because it's not going to California. So just a little touch of class. Sometimes the lips are too much on these, so you gotta peel them off. Just grip them down, pull them to the side here. You just go all the way around and wiggle it off. lot better, doesn't it? Touch of class. This one I gotta get done before the sun goes down. Make sure you get stainless steel. Looks like this one here is really bad. About $1.5 million. It's like straight bracket. But stainless steel's the right way. You can see it just got to fit a little bit. But I already rebuilt the engine, so I got it more than 1 million miles. It's been on here for a long time. As far as spring cleaning, all this old stuff off. Once I wash it, then you can see it looks better. But on the road, you start doing little projects, you'll catch up. One day, it's a lot of work. When you have time a little bit, you get off your list here. Tuck it behind. That should look a lot better. It's too bad all this came off, but legally I can't do anything about that. It's against the law to paint over it. Pretty important to get the SS. That's stainless steel. When you get these out, you'll see these caps are pretty important. The water inside, you'll see a rust inside. It really stores a lot of snow and ice in here. They have covers for them. These are the covers. And you want to get stainless steel, they have chrome. This is about $2 more to get the stainless steel. Maybe just squeeze it right in like that and work it in. Try to keep the spring exactly the same and try to cap that. It really helps. It looks a lot better. Attention to detail. It is stainless. Whatever walks out, you just push it back in. If you pull it out and bend the springs tighter, that will grab. Every time this moves up and down, it will walk out just by the way the tube goes. So these are very important to do so you can keep your quarter fenders from rusting off. They'll start flopping and start moving back and forth because of the rust. And then the water comes out a little bit. Those caps look good. The other side, you can see. come with plastic, they're black, and they walk out really quick. And then the other replacements, here's the other one. And this is stainless steel, it's not chrome, so it won't rust. You'll see what's non-stainless steel, see how the bolts are there. A couple more things when the sun goes down. Main thing is, you'll see, I got 3 twist-ons here. It's really grubby back here. But once I wash it, all this will shine back up. But this stuff's been on here for many years. Once I get this engine rebuilt, which I did, that's 1 million miles. That's the 3rd time on this truck. I go about 1 million every 6 years. So even if it was 3 years, we got 500,000 miles on these old ones. But also, these are twist-ons. They don't have any screws. You see the tabs are on the 4 corners. Many of it is just grabbing underneath it and pull it up. Try to twist it right on that way. You see the maxima there, so I try to center that. Then I pull up a little bit to make sure it grabs all the corners. You want to double check that, if not it'll end up in the middle of the road. For the second time because the rubber is pulled out from the old one. Make sure this one isn't grabbing. That's how that works. Easy as grabbing each one. Once you do that, you see that's the ones you fall in love with. I've done the screws and all that, but the ones that are twist-ons, it's very nice and they last a good 500,000 miles, 500,000. If it sits around, you wash it a lot, it doesn't wear down as much. You should keep washing it. Once you miss a wash, you can see how it starts wearing down. All this plastic looks good when it's brand new. Up and down is right. If not, you're twisting wires in the back. Once it's all washed, it'll look good. That's how fast it goes on. First time it's harder because you're trying to right, but you see where it says top. It's important because the wires in the back are all set up for this wiring harness. Keep twisting it around like that. You'll see the problems you'll have. It's the top here. Here's the top. That looks pretty good. And you're all ready for the next wash when you start doing the rounds like this. This one here I've done. It's been out here hanging in the breeze for so many years. See how nice it starts wearing down right to the plastic. But again, that's about 500,000 miles. You can see how I notched that, so that's important to look at. They look like after 500,000 miles, it looks pretty good. But I think that notch is for another trailer we had. This one here looks pretty good. touch-up class and do walk around. Oh, that looks pretty good. Like that. And you can see it stays on pretty good without screws. Looks like when they put this on, I got 2 oddball bolts here. Make sure I get that off and put these original ones on there. You can see this hardware you can get separately instead of buying the whole flap. They're stainless, so you can see where you don't really have to spend too much money. But that's how it works. You just gotta make sure, if you want to make sure everything's uniform, you do your walk around and see what you gotta do to make it look pretty well stock again. They did well the bracket. I gotta go ahead and paint that. Looks like I don't want to open up too much. It's good to store the rest in here for my backup, but you can see how important that is. Just going to the place where I bought it, and you can buy extras like that and get that done. You'll see that these have a little groove, little squares in them, so you can just slide them in and match that. Your lock washer nut on that. Well, that's stainless, it's not chrome, all this, but I went through a lot of rain. But just getting it ready, so once I wash it, you can see all this will clean up. I gotta paint this again. I see that I got the weld done, so I'll put bigger mud flaps. I was waiting for that to be done. This is where you put your extra bunch of cords. But at least you can see this project. I want to make sure I get that done. It looks uniformity. Not odd size bolts and all that. It looks really good in uniform. Police officers like that, and they can inspect and see how you're taking care of your equipment. But now I have extra, but these are really hard to find, especially when all your mud flaps are pretty well the same. Then you want to make sure that you have replacements. A lot of them just actually wear off, just rock and wind, and they start moving and stuff, but that looks good. These are actually for tractors, but I use them for my spare trailers because it's so much higher, so they don't rip these down when they're jumping curves or backing into stalls. It really pulls it down. That looks pretty good. Let's see what this license plate bracket looks like. This one here is pretty old too. This is the 04, so you can see this is stainless, but it does wear down after 1,000,000 miles. It's a good trailer, as long as you keep your eyeball and everything. So that'll be another one. You can see that would look nice to get a new one there. I want to get this tape here. But I thought that would look good with having those 2 flags there. The red one's for firemen, and the blue one's for the police officers when it comes to the awareness and their sacrifice. Well, that looks pretty good. I'll make sure I got a new look. Tail lights. I gotta get this plastic rings off and put the metal ones in there, rivet it. I've noticed that it's really messed up on this, but this actually, you can get some metal ones and rivet it right. These are all messed up. They need to be redone. It's just been really rinky-dinked. This stuff here is from the inside that you screw on inside the trailer. They're not really rivets like this. It's a good trailer. Chains look better when they're all painted. box is all nice and painted. Yeah, way far away it looks really good. The tires are all dressed. This is the mud flaps. And I recommend, as you can see, they're much longer. And this is the right way to do it. The hangers that you see on others are absolutely wrong. This is how you hang them. You'll see on the bottom you actually have these weights on the bottom. And doing that, you'll see that this keeps this rubber from flopping and slipping around your hanger. This hanger was used a long time ago. In the 70s to the 80s was done because all the mud flaps were this kind of rubber, and it flopped and it dragged on the hot tire here, and two rubbers hitting it, eventually it wears a hole on the mud flap and it gets thinner in the middle and it flops up and it starts rolling on top of the tire. This hanger here, when somebody invented it, as you can see, that it hits the tire, and the rubber of the mud flap will never touch this and wear it down. This will stay clean like this for years, so it'll never be touched. But this is how you hang it. You'll get your long mud flap with the two ends. You actually see that you hang the top. The bottom is for your hanger that keeps this straight. And as you can see, when it bounces into the tire, it just drags on this rail here. That's what these hangers are for. And the weights on the bottom when you put it on there was to pull this rubber straight down and lay it against the hanger, and it doesn't bend and get away from these grooves. When you have it this way, you would go ahead and bend these up a little bit to make sure it's lined up. And this is actually set up where I've done this for years, and over 20 years you can see they'll look just like this. It might fade a little white, and you have some of the white threads that come through, but if you take care of this, it's only because you ran over things and it came underneath the tire and hit and bent things. Other than that, stay off the curbs. These, as you can see, the welds are all set up where I can have this much weight. And when you use these cords, these bungee cords on the top, you hook it up to your bracket here and pull it up, and always tie it away when you go ahead and put chains on your trailer, or even when you are in big ditches or holes in truck stops. You would want to hang these up, and then you can back up to anything without having any threat with this. It is hanging pretty high. It's not actually down where we used to have it skimming the ground. It really makes some sparks doing that. But this is the mud flaps that I approve. As you can see, I went ahead and got the new license plate bracket. Put an LED light. It was too bright, so I trimmed that done so it's not really too bright. And with these tail lights I fixed, you can see with the goo gone, taking this off, I'm hoping the sun will start fading that out. Everything looks good, and the bumper tape looks good. The main thing is these mud flaps. You get the smaller ones, that's the size, and you go for the big long trailer ones. And this is how it's done. You actually have stainless instead of chrome, and this will stay like this. And you just keep washing it and it'll stay like that. But if you don't tighten it too much, you won't have dimples. And this is what I like. A lot of them use them with bolts on it, and this is a straight plain stainless steel. So you get 4 of these on the bottom, you get 2 of those, and the 2 hangers stainless. And your mud flap, put it all together like that. You'll see how it looks in the back. And your sway is right here. This is where it moves. And it'll do that forever. Even 70 mile an hour winds, and it stays just like that. You can see I use a bigger washer. And this really helps right there. Other than that, that's it. This is the right trick. And when I've been doing this for over 20 years with these kind of mud flaps, they stay just like this. If you run over any tires on the road, it'll come and hit the bottom and bend your hanger or your bottom weight. That's the only damage I've ever seen. Anything else would be if you backed into a curb and bent the whole bracket. And this is where it should be. And I've always had my tractors and my trailers like this. And I've saw everybody have problems. especially when they hang these the opposite, the other side, which this is supposed to come and hit the back of this tire, and that keeps all this away from the damage. This here would be worn down when it hits here, especially in the summertime when both are getting hot, touching each other all the time. And you'll see that the rubber gets really worn down where you see the tread going through the tire, the mud flap, and there's a hole. And these hangers came out in the late 70s. They really started using these hangers. And then through the 80s and 90s, everybody forgot to read the directions of how to install these, but this is how it's installed properly. And how it looks, you just have them in the front here, just enough. That looks really elegant, really good sharp look. And it'll stay like this. And that's what's so nice about it, having this thick kind of rubber, especially in the winter time when you get back and you look at the same, and it'll just keep swinging like that in the breeze. It's all ready for the summer. All I have to do is aluminum and keep polishing the chrome when it's nice and cool. But these landing gear caps is the right way to go. Looks real good, matches the tractor. This here, when you see the hangers on the tractor, use the same washers, very big as you can see. And with that, you got the same hanger, stainless. And the same kind of method except for that bend, because the tractors are that size, the trailers are much more, so you can see that kind of, when you have that, you can see the bolts that you set up. I always use my reflectors, that looks really nice. And then stainless on the weight on the bottom, same with the hangers. And that's how it's done. You shouldn't have any hangers exposed on the front just for this, and that's why you have this to make sure it's stretched flat. And you install these first, and then you put your weights on. You can see it really stays like this. And I've had this for over 1 million miles. This mud flaps. The trailers, I have it because the other trailer. Every time I get a new trailer, I go ahead and put the mud flaps in right. And that looks good. And I got the new rings here, so that looks good. It's all about the little things, and then you're done. You don't want to forget anything. Even this cap here looks really good. It's all clean again. So it should be.